has been unbelievable. 5-0 in VCT Americas.
Kiko going to be challenged early, and Cortezia actually looks a little worse for wear. Backing up, giving some space. There's Penny already in front of a home crowd, delivering Patatek through the walls, able to find two. That leaves Verno and Shannon with it all to do.
Verno getting up top right now with a shift. They're going to always want to press forward. They need to get a kill before they can even try to fly. But Verno's just going to get caught on the side.
Nats is just a little too clever for that. Patatek exits the round with 3. Camo giving another option just to fall off those op lines. Outlaw in hand in this round though. Snakebite here to try and canvas the point, but it's Camo down already. It's the Outlaw. Now the game, Cove throwing up by Kiko, hoping to make some use of it, but Aspas is...
The critical reason of why MIBR have had so much success on this Icebox map is how well they play around the harbor.
Aspas blindsided by Nats's emergence from the Cove.
Orb safely, drone going deep. Penny wants to entrench inside, doubled up with Patatek. Here comes that ultimate.
Aspas goes up to 410 as well, looking for a bit of an angle around, but Penny dealt with Cortezia pretty comfortably. Through the wall, wrap around the corner, it's going to be Verno, Artazine, and Aspas have a crossfire, and that was clinical deconstruction of Liquid's defense here. Camo's on the outside looking in, and he'll be pursued by young Verno. And brought down.
There rather is going to cut things off. Hunter's Fury disrupting.
And counter and Tube definitely brewing without the Viper, of course. MIBR can still make use of the harbor wall to get in here. Kiko is down. Nats fighting in the side. Glancing blow from that Blade Storm. Still wants to challenge Aspas and rips him a new one. Artazine a little on the lower side as Penny's been able to pluck Verno out of formation. So MIBR down to the youngsters. That's Cortezia in a 1 versus 4. Patatek spotted playing out in the open. Penny has the space in to swing off of it.
In fast at the moment, but they're denied by that Molly temporarily.
They respect it, now going to make the win through rafters. MIBR have the hot foot, they've got to keep moving. Aspas just can't connect a shot as Artazine on 410 now. Nats will show himself in theory. Just in time, Artazine can connect. Verno and Shedham now. Have to lock it down. Camo low in the back corner. And it's on Verno. Newest addition to MIBR. Keiko got it to half. 1 bullet in the chamber, it's not enough! Kiko able to finish him off.
He was playing so far forward.
Don't get in my way.
It's covered off the push into screens. Here comes a Viper's Pit from the back of the site, in theory to give TL a way in. Artazine, he has got Camo dead to rights. That was Shenham. Able to find him, and Kiko now needs to find a timing to get out of this pit, but it has been rough. You can see TL don't necessarily have the tools to break in now without the Reckoning.
MIBR, they are pretty straightforward when it comes to this attack app, so why not stack? Recon instantly broken. Opposite Team Liquid, not the greatest weapons actually. Spam through!
And they're inside the side. This is exactly what MIBR wanted. Trap them in with a high tide. Reckoning for Kiko. No plant yet, 48 seconds in the round. Penny's going to drop down and get the better of Verno. Kiko, swing! It's good! Shannon dealt with. Cortezia can't hold. And a MasterCard thrifty here for TL.
But multiple players who, yeah, they do. They've got Camo watching belt, but Aspas, top tube. Nats could be under a lot of pressure.
Cortezia as well might swing at the same time. Nats is overwhelmed. There's not much you can do. It's a verified high-low setup thrown out there by MIBR. And Kiko lingers too long in mid. Jedham's starting to gobble them up now.
That's a...
Not yet. MIBR have made this a real competitive half. On their best map.
Crucial MIBR, they like going for this double lurk with both their Viper and the KJ working mid. Oh, Patatek too aware.
Oh, man.
They really are aware as to how MIBR love to play this area of the map. There's multiple lurks. Kiko is on one right now. The aim is just stunning in this first half.
Will you look at that?
But if Artazine gets overwhelmed, Aspas doesn't have a safe retreat angle. He'll have to stay. The line, he gets pushed into the cloud burst. Aspas, okay, realizes Penny's there. One shot is good, but Penny emerges with a headshot immediately with a ghost. Cortezia has to get in here. Patatek has slapped him back down to a paltry 8 points of health, and Kiko gets the plant.
These players are so weak right now for TL, having to wade through a lot of that effectively.
Shannon is walking up on this. He'll have 2 angles to watch, but Camo's made some noise, and it's an easy finish now to wrap around. He's going to try and do it all. Here's Verno, young gun. Not enough. Kiko continues his streak of dominance.
Take if that's an opportunity they might have.
The high tide, Aspas gets ahead of it straight away. Cloudburst here for Penny to play, but Aspas is going to go over the top. Camo's down. Oh, it is!
What?
Vamos Aspasin! Massive 3-piece. Patatek and Kiko now have to pick up the pieces. And Aspas is still looking for more.
30 seconds.
He has come alive.
One enemy remaining.
Verno will supplement his effort earlier on. 4 for Aspas. And MIBR come alive, not a moment too soon for more. Verno eats the vulnerable and hopes to have an opportunity, but it does not present itself. Nats is out of there.
And all the while with that mid-action. Okay, Artzin does catch out Penny on the retreat. This is getting awkward. Nats is everywhere, taking duels.
Chenom, though, we rarely expect that second player up tube. MIBR also emphasizing their defensive efforts in mid.
Where?
Already spotted up by the trademark. Some sound made. Patatek, patient, waiting on this. Aspas! Can't run back against the nasty spray transfer. Chenom through the wall. Timing hurts him though. Camo deals with him. And now to push up over towards Crows. This Verno didn't have a chance. For TL, they've recovered the spike. It all dropped down. They might look to take multi-faces as they contact now into the A site. First challenge. Leon Chenom taken down. Artisan. Chenom's got to find the spacing off of it at least, but Camo's gotten in there. Team Liquid now starting to scrap for the site, and it's only Chenom standing under rafters. It's not enough for MIBR. This awkward buy light armors.
Point. And for the first time in VCT, will deal a loss to MIBR and Icebox.
Zia handled all too easily by Penny.
And some serious danger on the run right now with Aspas, who has been eager to take duels on this A-side. Hunter Spirit coming through Penny midair.
Artisan handled comfortably. Just one blade was enough to do it, but he had more where that came from. Another great Hunter Spirit from Verno, but it's not going to be enough. Now to side under full control of TL and a 5 this pin to make it that much harder for MIBR to get back in. Patatek has 2 shockies to play with. Chenom ducks in, sees very little, backs out. Recon bolt comes through. Penny has his head ripped off. Cortezia finds those shots. And on the spike is Verno. He's gotten it to half. Are they going to know he's going to be there? They're too busy dealing with the Raz, but that's what a way to end it. A Red Bull clutch as he sprays through. And what a gut punch to MIBR, their best map this year.
On this map, Gecko was just a staple for early sunset fight in elbow.
It's too early for them. The timing's off. They tried to throw a paranoia and play off of it, but Team Liquid were a second early for them.
So much delay from this dark cover now going up. And MIBR, they have nothing to really get through it. Maybe a recon.
You're kidding me. Oh man, inside the poison over drops and Nats is able to find just a stunning shot. Cortezia had no way to get on that wrap. So MIBR don't have anywhere to go now. They're going to be pinched in this part of the map. They've got to fall back to Halls, ideally. Kiko wants to take the fight to Aspas, and he had his back turned. 4-0 for Kiko. Again, dominant showing on Icebox. He has stepped up massively. And Aserial doesn't have to do a damn thing. Chenom is stuck here.
Team Liquid, they know it's definitely possible that a player is here. Chenom with the first.
Now it's a matter of numbers. Overwhelm that position ideally, but Chenom's able to TP away and still might look to take the fight. Cats Nation, do they have the answer? You'd better believe it. Verno and Cortezia grouped up in link now. One last crack at this. It's bonus round, too strong for them. Apparently Cortezia gets in though, through the cyber cage in the back of sight, gives it a tap. Verno decayed down, but healing up. Kiko steps out, wide swing from Human now. Nats has to clutch this away. Almost gets there.
As they go into market, eventually they'll have to break this strip, give up the game. Low HP Camo, maybe he can make some space and can trade it off.
There it is, Cortezia, Seal and Panatek both go down. Nice little setup here. Artisan, Bulldog a little bit wayward. He's Verno in a clutch position again, and he delivers against a true veteran.
One of the other sides
There's a timing. There's a timing from Verno here through spawn, spotted by Camo, who'll now get ahead of it into Boba.
Oh, I love this from MIBR trying to get control of B. This has to be a trade from Aspas, and he connects with the rocket.
Now we can double back. There's action over at B. Camo is in that site. Nat's also causing problems towards the top of mid, but Verno again! He's the kryptonite of the champion of old.
Aspas is a little bit weak, and he is biding his time. Team Liquid, they would love to be able to push for some space together rather than feeling encircled in sight. Was that just spray?
Chenom wants to head up towards Boba, but Camo is stuck on that line. It's going to be a tough fight for him to win. Aspas gives himself away now. Great paranoia for Chenom to get him, but Aspas is dealt with. He would have had to find 3. And Kiko again slaps down. Clear of that util, more than happy to be the blunt object to try and crack A open, but he's just the solo player. He can sell ice to an Inuit. Chenom cleans him out, but now MIBR realize the action really is over on B, but it's a Viper's Pit post plant already set up. Short-handed as TLR. They've got strong defensive positions.
That was a great trade from Verno. That flash was used early. I'm not sure if Artie was able to connect. Okay, just spam through. Normally with a pit down, that's a no access to sight moment, but Verno comes up.
He's not done either. Serial here trying to play from lobby. Serial killer, they call him, but Cortesia able to fight back here for MIBR. And it's, of course, blood for Halls. So TL don't have to overextend. There's no undue risks that need to be taken here. Nats, though, getting chunked low with this wallbang spam, and Verno again is the one that puts MIBR on the board in this round. All out to the sun they go! And Patatek will end the round.
Things up for the first time, going for an aggro push right down mid. Serial might have spotted someone barely on the cross. It's hard to tell, but it's in. What is that? Just spray through the smoke?
I mean, they challenged the one-way. Team Liquid. I guess, yeah, there's a smoke at Link, so we just played through that.
Yeah, did the
nutty timing.
Did the dark cover not go down in time, Serial? Right. TL back in the round, but Shenham fast on the trade.
I mean, he wants to challenge ahead of it, but then doesn't see a target, so back to box he goes. Nico hit by the dizzy, flattened Artazine. Beautiful, man. Finds a perfect timing to come back into the back four for Artazine.
And then a couple players pop out at the same time for the double face. This time it's Camo with a Bucky, though. They want to get into elbow. Shenham eyes on it.
Safer line, he's not one and done. Tark, but Camo doesn't care. Slides on in, detained though. Will there be a double swing? Yes, Artazine overwhelmed. So the player advantage stands with TL. Back with the rest of the team now. Smoke to the top box of Ali, but Cortesia will play just on the vestiges of it. Z-Kicker coming! They've overestimated themselves, Team Liquid.
Spike down A.
A bit of a misassumption made about the position of the Cypher, and it's punished eventually. They bring Cortesia down. Verno's comfortable in his element, you'd think. Serial's able to pluck him out.
Oh, he just assumed another player wouldn't be coming from elbow.
This is now Aspas' chance to show us where the heck he's been all week.
30
A
seconds.
1 versus 1, and he's dealt with by Serial. A 7-round half for Liquid.
Oh, can anyone actually capitalize off of it?
Going for him, doubles back though, doesn't like what he sees, and that's because there's 4 players from TL looking straight at them. A veritable firing squad set up by the EMEA team, and Serial goes from strength to strength. Verno gets his and more, that's the question. It's Shenham down at 2. 0 pistols for MIBR as Team Liquid get another one.
Thrown over top, should connect onto Patatek unless it gets broken, but when they come out of elbow, Kiko is on the perfect angle to get an opener.
Crossfire broken up though, this is scary for Patatek, he's hit with the paranoia, but oh, Aspas taken down, Kiko's on the box, and that wasn't smoked for. 1 for 1, Shenham Sheriff claims him, but Camo now is dug in and ready to deliver.
Last player
Cortesia,
standing.
first casualty in the last round now, has to go big to clutch it. Just a stinger. Almost enough for Nats, but not quite. Camo exits with 3.
Artson getting pretty close to the Thrash. Team Liquid, they have 3 players here again.
They're walking this again. Okay. Oh shit, I'm punished to go for the orb. Nats ready to cover.
Spike
That is
down
just
A.
centimeter perfect.
These trades are just coming too slow from MIBR. The swings are getting watched for. I mean, I'm sorry. How has that timing occurred? Maybe Cortesia can be the hero. MIBR, they want to pivot over towards him, but Verno's facing in mid. Okay. Beautiful tap.
A multi-face coming out of Verno, though. Look at that cool calm collector, but couldn't quite convert. Still evens up the game with Cortesia to step up and land this plane.
Grenade!
Into market.
Last player
Swings it, and there it is. Nuts is handled. Kiko's good for this. He's more than up for it. 12 and 8 over the course of the game. But Cortesia and Aspas are doubled up for it. Little swing, little peek. There it is. MIBR get one finally at his own.
Thrash isn't done with you.
Another Thrash usage here, a reprise performance. Trapwire caught. Looks like he gets to the back of the site. Nats is taken out. Kamoki with an outlaw. Can't quite connect enough of that damage. And all the ultimates employed by MIBR. This was their Hail Mary round. And it looks like they're set to convert. Aspas with the fadeaway shot on Patatek, and Camo's outlaw has a fair bit of application here, but it's a stacked deck against the EMEA squad. Camo dealt with. MIBR once again come up for air. It smacks of a one and done, but he's got the speed to get out of the smoke at the very least.
The thing is, the existence of that Bucky is pushing the rest of the team into Liquid, who are stacked up market and mid.
Nat's got 1 kill in market now, falls back to the B side. TL, how do they get Camo involved with this Bucky? Nat's mid-rounding now. Kiko, what a timing. Aspas again perched up on the kiosk in the 10 spot is taken down, and Nats has an opportunity here to really ruin the day.
30 seconds left.
Just Verno again. How much can you ask this guy to do? Kiko Kiko shuts him down and somewhat more. So maybe a loosened grip on A for TL. Fast lane, Patatector wants to hang around. He knows the death blow is there. The Damocles sword hangs above MIBR as they await their fate. Contezia has to get them out of here. Neural theft to see Kiko and Serial lining up for a double face. And so the hope of Brazil is vanquished. A missing world champion for MIBR. And Nuts' arrival heralds victory for Team Liquid. 1-1 in the tournament.